Let's take a look and see what your energy has to say for this week. All right, let's get right into it. Oops, wrong side of the deck. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Capricorn reading for August 8th. I don't know why it took so many times for a couple of these to link up, but here we go. First thing that comes up is Six of Cups. That's interesting with this combination because we do see quite a bit of other cards having to do with money, finances, or paying attention to what's going on with your structure here. We have the Six of Cups in the top left-hand corner. Usually that represents a vacation, travel, something near water, or maybe you're having a good time with this next phase. You mean celebration. So we have the Knight of Swords in play right after that, which means that a little bit too much is being asked of you right now. The reason why that combination seems to feel edgy to me is because the Knight of Swords looks like someone who's about to rush into an argument or a fight. They're ready to start something. So this means we're a little edgy. I see that Capricorn's been on their feet a little bit of exhaustion. Not too much to where you're worn out, but you went too hard too fast here. Let's look at these really quick before I jump in. Those first two just hit me. So with your spread, the general tone that I'm seeing is I see balance, the first thing that you're looking for. Capricorn is looking for balance in 2 or 3 places. Number one, it's in their relationships. We have the Lovers card. How do I get this right? This card typically comes in, most people think they want to find the Lovers card in a reading. I don't particularly like it. When I see the Lovers card, it usually means there's conflict or 2 sides that are having a hard time coming together. But it usually means that there's a lot of love present, a lot of connection, and the desire is there to do so. But I would say this is better on the good affect rather than the negative today because we have the 10 of Cups. This is balance. This is where you want to see balance. I'm surprised I don't see the Temperance card, but instead what I do see is the Hangman. The Hangman is that card that represents stuck energy. Not exactly super stuck, but more so like waiting for something to start or begin. This is like when you put a loan offer in on a house and you're waiting for escrow, or divorce papers, like you're kind of stuck waiting for an answer. But like I always say, you can't pick an apple in December. We have to go through certain phases, and we do have a society, I would say culturally, I wouldn't say society, I would say era, because a lot of my clients come from different cultures. And we do tend to have an instant satisfaction kind of mindset nowadays. And so this card here is not so much impatience, but as feeling stuck. I can't move forward. I can't move back. You see these cards here? See these swords here where we've got a feeling as if there's something boxing us in any direction we go. We have a slight little bit of anxiety with that. This one here's the 7 of Cups. Now the 7 of Cups, if you notice in this card's details, we have a cup with individual emotions and tasks that are required of us. This means we feel pulled in a bunch of different directions, okay? How many of you Capricorns are there starting over with work? I don't know if it means been on break and coming back, or feeling like you lost grip on some projects and are just now starting over, because I'm seeing this Knight of Coins, okay? 3 of Coins, I got to get my shit together. I got to work a little harder, put some grind in. I've got the Knight of Coins, which is new beginnings. So not so much as pages, but knights where it's like action behind it, right? Pages are like, what the hell? We're gathering information. I'm just excited to be here. The Knight of Coins, though, sorry, this is the Page of Coins, which is new beginnings. But the Knight of Coins, sorry, it was the Knight of Swords that I saw, which is kind of feeling your middle ground there. But the Page of Coins represents new beginnings. There is the Knight of Coins. See, I wasn't crazy. You have the Knight and Page. So this is new beginnings, turning a corner, right? So I do have a couple questions for you. Number one, Capricorn, what is it you're afraid of? You have the Moon card. You're worried that things are going to kind of kick you while you're down a little bit. We have the Moon card. You know that some actions that are required of you right now are necessary. The Moon card sometimes plays with that energy, like going to the dentist. We know we don't really want to, but it's something that's necessary, and so we do so. So a lot of shifting is in play for you right now. We have the 7 of Coins, so we're crossing bridges. We're not burning them, we're crossing them. So we're taking some leaps of faith right now. The one thing that almost always comes up with Capricorn is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a lot of Saturnian energy. We've got Saturn, which is do the right thing and duty. Now, those of you who've been watching me for a while know that I love to talk about the Hierophant, because we have an understanding what the Hierophant is. Typically, it can be understood as faith, religion. But if we translate that into belief system and we look at it from an NLP practitioner, NLP reframe, we're going to look at this as belief systems. So things that we believe that drive us. This could be anything from gender to religion to whether we're of a political party. It's the right thing to do in the back end of our brain. And this is what's driving our decisions. So Capricorn is reframing all these next steps with what's the right thing to do. This isn't exactly a moral code, more so than it is how we can feel comfortable within ourselves, speaking from Capricorn's standpoint right now. So we have the Hierophant, okay? So what is it that Capricorn feels is the right thing to do right now? Because that's what's going to be your leading edge. Let's pull some cards here and from the other deck and see what your moon reading looks like. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're on my YouTube, yay, I'd love to see you there. I love your company. It's my favorite platform. This way you can find your readings in your playlists. And you can also get your notifications instead of chasing it down on the other social media platforms. To book your one-on-one, visit karmaondeck.com for all the things, spiritual mentorship, classes, readings. Here we go. Capricorn moon, the world card. Okay, so Capricorn's got a worldview right now. 3 of Cups, want things to get better and enjoy yourself. 3 of Cups is a whole lot of energy with chemistry and good times, social activities, etc. Now we see the Temperance card, the Sun card, 8 of Pentacles. Let me finish this inverted pyramid before I start talking again. Okay, first thing I have to ask is what consequences are we paying? Do we make some choices, Capricorn, where we have to kind of redesign some activities in order for them to kind of shift gears here? We have the Karma card. So this card here has to do with shadow work a little bit. Has to do with consequences. So if you've been doing the work, you should see the benefit, see some fruit, etc. So you have the Empress card, which has to do with finesse, and also I want to talk about feminine energy versus masculine energy, not male or female, but the Empress has to do with feminine power in general, the Emperor male. But if we look at that as an affect, what is it we go do and what is it we nurture? So the Empress has to do with a whole lot of powerful alpha nurturing energy. We have the Justice card. So that tells me some of these things that you're doing moving forward, you're worried about those outcomes. What's going to happen to me if? I can tell you Capricorn isn't spending enough time getting any rest because we have this one here, the 9 of Wands. I'm tired. I've done all this work, slightly defensive. So you have your preparations up for anything to go badly. I do have to ask you with this particular combination, we have the 4 of Swords, silence, something's just not quite right. And then we have the Hermit. And the Hermit's our card for isolation. Now, we do think of our monks and our priests that go into isolation for their meditation, etc. But it's not the point of solitude. It's the point of understanding. So what is it do you understand in this next phase? So again, I would say you have a lot of attention coming your way. You're at a pivot point in your relationships. That's pretty heavy on your mind when this money issue isn't in front of your face. You're really looking to redesign things, set things up differently. You have a lot of consistency, 9 of Pentacles, but what's true is you want a different outcome. So we're reframing the definition of insanity here. And I know I'm doing the work, but what can I do differently in my repetitive patterns to get a different result? Lots of new beginnings for you. We have the Page of Wands, new beginnings for you. Ace of Cups. The 2 fun things, the reason why I say that you're going to be getting a lot of attention the next little phase, is we have the Sun card and the World card. So the World means our exposure, smaller than our house, being outside, feeling like we have all the things that we need. And then we see the Sun card for attention. I want you to think of Leo energy, right? The sun, enjoyment, pleasure, which also goes with this 3 of Cups from the beginning of your reading. So what is it you want to enjoy more of? What is it you need to nurture? And the one thing that I said in your general spread that popped up in this one that I think is the most paramount for you to remember is you have the Temperance card. Balance, balance, balance. The give and take. Can't serve from an empty cup, and you can't bottom yourself out and then look around when nobody's there and say, but what about me? This card here has to do with balance, temperance. So the question I have for you is Capricorn speaking up to what it is they say they need, because we have this Four of Swords. I call this my Snow White. Unless Snow White has the perfect environment, she's not going to speak to anyone until it's all lined up. This is also my ghosting card. Has Capricorn gone quiet? That's the question I have for you. So are you keeping these things close to the chest because you just don't want an audience, or are you too timid? I don't believe that of you, Capricorn. All right, let's look at your oracle card for this week. Perception. Perception is projection. I just want to mention that to you. How we perceive things to be, maybe come from gratitude a little more. What is it you're projecting? And take a look closer at your mirror, because it's you, right? So here's the interesting thing about runes. Runes also has a lot to do with the idea of divination. So are you taking time to meditate? Are you taking time to look at your tarot cards or your runes, or did you think to pray? Oftentimes when we feel a little scattered and we can't find our direction and we want some isolation, why not use that time to spend some time in meditation and hear the sound of your own voice? Maybe discover what it is that you do want so you can articulate it better. I don't feel like you aren't able to articulate. I truly feel like Capricorn doesn't want to right now. Capricorn's Hermit and Four of Swords, taking a break from being social and expected to perform. And I think that's where your mindset is right now. Hopefully this is a little insight. If you want a little more in-depth of a reading, please reach out to me, karmaondeck.com. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be right back with Aquarius. Love and light.